What's up, nerd geeks and gamers alike? It's your boy Nerdy Nick, back with best friend Josh.
What's up?
For AEW Double or Nothing 2024 predictions. We're coming to you guys, obviously, after Dynamite has aired this Wednesday. We're recording this on Tuesday, so it's one day before Dynamite.
You fool!
That's going to play into a prediction later on. So, if there's any other matches that have been announced or winners for, bouts that, someone might move on to face someone-so at the pay-per-view, we're not privy to that information yet. So, take that, and do with it what you will. But let's go ahead and run through the card. What's the first matchup?
Alright, first matchup, we're going to have Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay. Singles match for the AEW International Championship.
Right, so Will Ospreay won a Casino Battle Royale match to become the #1 contender. The whole, undisputed, kingdom, or whatever that group with Adam Cole and all them are, ever since the whole Devil reveal, I feel like it's just been whatever.
Really?
Yeah, they're not running, the show. They're not wrecking people left and right. I mean, Wardlow lost to Samoa Joe easily on an episode of Dynamite for the AEW World Title when Samoa Joe was still champ. I don't see any reason to not have Will Ospreay win this match.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
especially since he's a new sign-on, huge name.
Yeah.
It's like, why wouldn't they have him, win the match?
Yeah, and also, too, as good of a wrestler as Roderick Strong used to be, or still maybe can be, I don't see him keeping up with Ospreay at all. I really don't. And I don't see how this isn't like a 3-minute match, in my opinion. I know they're going to stretch it for time.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think Ospreay is an easy pick. Easy choice.
Oh, definitely. I'm 100% on board with you on that one.
So, do you think there's going to be any riff-raff?
Like interference?
Is there going to be any interference? Is, someone going to get hit with a chair? What do you think's going to happen?
Well, from what I've seen how Ospreay, does his matches, I don't see him doing anything dirty. Roderick Strong, on the other hand, I am not 100% sure how he wrestles, so I can't really say if he's going to do anything dirty or not.
We should also preface this, too, for new viewers. I watch pro wrestling, whether it be WWE or AEW, pretty much every week. Every day that it's on during the week. Josh is more of a casual viewer, comes over for the pay-per-views, gets caught up, to date on storylines when I'm just, talking my fucking head off.
I just keep talking myself in circles, talking round and round in circles.
But
I mean, I still enjoy listening to the storylines, even though I don't watch, because they're pretty interesting.
Yeah. But you're here for just about every pay-per-view that we order or watch on, Peacock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless something major happens, I'm usually here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who you taking?
Will Ospreay.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
Yep. Ospreay for the win. Alright. Next match. The next match.
It's going to be Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb for the singles match for AEW's Women's World Championship.
Yep. So these matches are in no particular order. These are all just off of the Double or Nothing Wikipedia page. But Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb. So I find it really hard to believe that anyone is beating Toni Storm anytime soon.
Yeah.
Her whole timeless gimmick is just, what does she say? Chin up, tits out, and look for the shoe. Or watch for the shoe.
Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe. Oh!
But her whole black and white starlet, gimmick, it's working. Serena Deeb was coming into this match as a babyface. She was sidelined for almost 2 years because of, random seizures and stuff. And when she came back and did this whole promo working up to this match about like her struggles and her fears and her return and this and that, the crowd was like they didn't give a shit.
My God, who the hell cares?
Really?
It was bizarre. It was absolutely bizarre. The crowd didn't necessarily turn on her, but when Toni Storm came out after that, everyone went wild. So, I mean, I definitely think that Serena Deeb will put up a very good fight, but because of some funny business, I definitely see Toni Storm winning and keeping her title. What about you?
I'm on the same boat. Just the way every single match since she's debuted the whole Timeless thing going on, she's been winning.
Yeah.
And it's just been kind of bland.
It has, I feel personally, it has run its course.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, man. If it's hot and the crowds love it, you gotta keep it going.
Which I personally don't understand why they love it. But hey, business is business.
I mean, it's not like she's black and white, in person. So the live crowds, they don't get that aspect of it, that you get to see on the television. But yeah, I want to see something drastic happen to Toni Storm if she keeps the belt. I need there to be a new hook, and I need there to be something to pull me back of interest.
Yeah.
With the character.
Yeah, I mean, if she switches up gimmick, switches, sides. Right now, is she quote unquote babyface?
Because of the will of the crowd. Because she is naturally a heel.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
which I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe she may go like full on heel. Who knows?
But that's the thing. I feel like they're kind of pigeonholed in a way because it doesn't matter what heelish shit she does.
The crowd's gonna love it.
The crowd is still gonna love it.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm picking Toni Storm.
Reluctantly, I picked Toni Storm as well.
There you have it.
And up next will be Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black in a barbed wire steel cage match for the AEW TNT Championship title.
I'm fucking excited for this one.
I know.
I'm stoked for this one. A lot of people have been saying that, like, Adam Copeland, the formerly known as Edge, his run in AEW hasn't been, like, living up to the hype.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
I kind of feel like it has, but, like, the crowd always goes wild when he comes out. His matches have been pretty good. He's been living it up, being in AEW. He's been wrestling people and taking advantage of the roster and, like, wrestling people he has never wrestled before. Except Christian.
Yeah.
But everyone wanted to see that.
Yeah.
And I still don't think their interactions are done at all.
Of course not.
But this whole thing is interesting because Malachi Black doesn't really do a lot of singles stuff. He's really been doing a lot of the whole trio, the faction stuff with the House of Black. Now, I'm not really one for spooky wooky shit in my wrestling.
Me neither.
Like, it worked on me when I was like 4 and I saw The Undertaker for the first time, but like...
As an adult, I'm like, it's just too gimmicky.
It really does, like, break the sense of disbelief, or what is this, suspension of disbelief.
There you go.
There we go. But I think this is going to be a pretty good hardcore match.
Well, I mean, it's a steel cage match, of course.
Barbed wire.
Barbed wire steel cage match.
I don't think... Well, and here's the deal. Leading up to this match, too, Adam Copeland has obviously been feuding with the House of Black. He beat Brody King. He beat Buddy Matthews. But they had a trios match. It was him, Eddie Kingston, and is it Mark Briscoe versus the House of Black.
Oh.
And they lost.
Really?
And during that match, Adam Copeland got misted.
Oh, the
Black Mist.
the spit in the face.
He got corrupted.
Oh my god.
Bah. But yeah, so ever since then, he's been kind of a little more on edge.
Ah!
Oh, thank you. But, I don't think I see him winning.
Adam Copeland?
Yeah.
Really? What makes you say that?
I think there's going to be some weird corruption gimmick that's going to happen. And Malachi Black's going to take advantage of that. Maybe hit him with a black mass, which is a head kick, and then 1, 2, 3. I don't know.
I personally feel like if they treat him as a legend, kind of like they did with Sting, they're going to have some, oh, he resisted the curse situation happen. He's too strong.
So here, they treated Sting literally like an icon. You know,
yeah,
like his moniker, the Icon. Adam Copeland isn't there with that status.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah, give it another, I think it is 15 years or something that Sting has on Adam Copeland.
Right?
But, yeah, no, I think there's going to be some kind of crazy stuff going on. I think we might see Adam Copeland's wife get involved too. Her name's Beth Phoenix. She used to be a WWF and WWE wrestler.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because during this past week's segment with the House of Black and Adam Copeland, they stole his wedding ring.
Ooh, yeah, no.
I can definitely see his wife getting involved here. So,
I would be furious if that happened.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be really interesting. So, I'm going to give it to Malachi Black.
Interesting choice there.
Yes.
Interesting choice. Me personally, I'm gonna have to go with Adam Copeland.
Okay.
That's more of a personal choice, but I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably wrong.
And then it's one of those matches where you'd want to be wrong.
Yeah. Right. But I would kind of like to see Malachi Black be more utilized as a singles star, rather than just being the ringleader of the House of Black. So we'll see. Maybe this will age very poorly, and I'll be wrong about everything.
Right, and the next match will be Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match.
Right, so
Yeah.
the rules state that if Takeshita beats Moxley, he will then get to wrestle Moxley again, but this time with the belt on the line. So, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I find it very odd that there's a title eliminator match on the pay-per-view. This is normally something that gets sorted on, you know, Dynamite or, you know, just a fucking Raw or SmackDown, whatever, you know, Collision. But these two guys are pretty high profile. It would be interesting to see Moxley take a loss here, because then the next match is going to be very high profile. And what pay-per-view is next month?
Oh.
Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Which New Japan Pro Wrestling is heavily a part of. So I could definitely see the title being on the line, of course, next month. I think I'm going to give it to Takeshita.
Funny enough, I was actually going to go with Takeshita. Like, without thinking about what you just mentioned,
Yeah.
I was thinking Takeshita.
Yeah, I feel like it's very... It could go either way. But honestly, I think there's going to be some interference between John Moxley and the Don Callis family.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
I can definitely see the Don Callis family, or just Don Callis himself, maybe hiding under the ring and coming out.
Like he's done before.
Like, yep. And fucking tying Moxley's shoe or boots, you know, to the rope or something. You know, or the ring post. I mean, I don't know. But I can definitely see him doing some weasel bullshit.
But I can see Moxley pulling out a fucking spork or a fork.
Yeah.
Or some chopsticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think since it is a legit match, basic rules apply. So weapons would not be allowed.
They'll find a way around that.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, and those weren't chopsticks. They were the kebab things.
Yeah, but I mean...
What are those called?
Skewers.
Skewers.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I've seen everything now.
Wembley Stadium
my
has
God.
never seen anything quite like this.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
Penta now made.
Yeah, skewers.
Yes. They don't go on your head. They go on food.
Yeah.
Yes. Unless you're John Moxley. But I'm going to be bold here and say Takeshita gets the win. I think it is a very safe bet to go with Moxley whenever the belt is on the line. And he's pretty newly crowned as the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. But I think it could set up a really interesting match at Forbidden Door.
Oh, yeah. You know, and like you said, if the belt is on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the belt's not on the line just yet.
Yeah.
So, I feel like it could be Takeshita as well.
Yeah.
Just for that reason right there.
Yep. Fucking Don Callis fan. Fucking hell. You know, I can actually kind of see an angle happening here too. Will Ospreay has been slowly kind of separating himself from the Don Callis family. There was a time and a moment where the Don Callis family came out and were beating up the Blackpool Combat Club, and Ospreay really didn't want to have any part in it. And I can see the same kind of shit happening here. And maybe this is where we get Will Ospreay separating himself totally and starting a feud with the Don Callis family.
Even if not this pay-per-view, maybe at Forbidden Door.
Yeah. Or Dynamite.
Or Dynamite. There you go.
Something.
Yeah.
But I can see that. I can see that being the initial separation.
Yeah. Like, it's like the very first sign of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Signs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mel Gibson was in that movie. So, Takeshita?
Takeshita.
Yeah!
Right. It's a hint.
Yeah.
Alright, so up next we have Trent Beretta versus Orange Cassidy.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
It's just a singles match. That's all it is.
Yeah. Well, what it should be called is a blood feud match. So,
Blood feud!
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's something you guys might not know.
So, you know, the best friends are no more. Trent has officially turned heel, and they've already had their one-on-one match. So I'm very interested to see why they're doing this again. Maybe I missed something on an episode of Dynamite or Collision, but I think I can see Trent taking this one.
You think so?
I think so. I think there's going to be an even more intense version of Trent that we're going to see. The thing with Orange Cassidy is you always root for him, and he's a fucking warrior.
Oh, I know.
In the ring, you know what I mean? Like, he had, I don't know, one solid, incredible international title run. And he defended that belt literally like every week.
Wasn't it like 2 to 3 times a week?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And not even just with AEW either. Like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he would take it to other promotions.
Yeah, which is wild.
Absolutely wild. Also, I kind of feel like he needs to face more adversity to really establish him as that guy. You know? I feel like
Yeah.
he's had really good matches, but at the end of the day, he usually comes out on top. He's kind of like, you ever seen the Rocky movies?
Yeah.
So you know in Rocky 3, he kind of found out that his manager, coach, Mickey, was kind of just giving him easy opponents, you know,
Yeah.
to maintain that title run. I kind of feel like that's been Orange Cassidy this entire time.
Does he still have the title?
No.
Yeah, because
No, because that's Roderick Strong.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, it's like, I thought he lost the title a while back.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
did. But I still feel like when he had the title, he made the title important. The title didn't make the man made the title.
Yeah.
But now, it's interesting seeing him without that. And now this whole inner struggle of friendship circle imploding and, you know, and all this stuff at stake with his personal relationships. That's what I'm really interested in seeing, how it's all going to kind of peak. And then where the dust is going to settle after the eruption.
Good point. Good point.
So I'm going to give this one to Trent. I think he's going to do some real dirty shit, and we might even see a heel turn from Chris Statlander as well.
From this?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we'll see.
All right.
You know?
This one's a hard one. It's a hard one for me to pick because, like you said, you just root for Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
I absolutely love watching Orange wrestle. But after having listened to what you just explained, I could see it going in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, you're pretty spot on with your predictions.
Yeah. I should definitely be betting on DraftKings. I definitely should, because I will literally get... There are some nights where I get all predictions correct.
Which brings us to our next sponsor.
No.
Oh, that would have been fucking
That
great.
would have been great, though. That would have been great. Hey, DraftKings, if you're listening.
Right.
Which I highly doubt. But
But yeah, so you've convinced me. I will have to go with Trent.
okay.
Although I really want Orange Cassidy to win.
Yeah.
I'd be happy if he does, but I'd understand if he doesn't.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll see. What do you guys think?
And up next is Chris Jericho versus Blank. Right?
So, there's been a whole FTW title eliminator tournament to see who is going to face Chris Jericho at Double or Nothing. The last 3 finalists that we'll find out who are actually going, you know,
face
like
Chris Jericho.
out of the last 3, they're going to have a 3-way match on AEW Dynamite tomorrow.
Yeah. Well,
You
tomorrow for us.
Yeah.
Wednesday for when you guys watch this video.
Or, yeah, whenever. Yeah, exactly. So, the finalists in the match is Hook, Katsuyori Shibata, and Brian Keith.
Yeah.
I feel this is going to be a Hook revenge tour. And I think Hook is going to take it to Jericho at Double or Nothing. But I think Jericho's going to retain the title.
I mean, that only makes sense. Because Shibata, it's not... For someone who's more of a casual watcher, Shibata, I've seen him here and there, but he's not really a big name.
Well, nowadays.
Yeah.
Nowadays. He used to be one of the most ferocious motherfuckers out there before he had his, like, brain mixed into fucking jello.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He was pretty fucking sure he was never gonna wrestle again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then Brian Keith is a name I've never heard before.
So he's relatively new to AEW and Ring of Honor. He's more or less on Ring of Honor than anything else. I think I've seen him on AEW Collision maybe a handful of times, but that's about it. Yeah. So my choice for the match at Double or Nothing is Hook. What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Hook as well.
Okay. So, yeah, Jericho's doing this whole new gimmick. He's calling himself the Learning Tree. He has a new theme song, and Big Bill is one of his proteges right now.
Really?
Really. So, this is what I would like to happen. Okay, guys? I would like to see, during the match, Big Bill comes out after Hook starts to get an advantage. Kind of does a little one-uppance on Hook. And then Ricky Starks comes out. Because Ricky Starks and Big Bill were teammates. Mm-hmm. They were the AEW Tag Team Champs.
Yeah.
And Ricky Starks feuded with Jericho last year.
I remember that, yeah.
So I could see Ricky Starks coming out, maybe with a mic or maybe just run-in interference, but be heavily disappointed in Big Bill, and then be like, you're falling into this fucking vortex. You know, once you fall in with Jericho, you're fucking stuck, and you think you're going to be elevated, but it's just going to sink you down, you know, and so on and so forth. So that's what I would like to happen. Now, I will be blunt. Hook's contract is coming up very soon, and it's undisclosed whether he's going to stay or go. So, I know that there has been rumblings that WWE is very interested in Hook.
Really?
Yeah, for at least the NXT brand for now. So, we'll see. To me, if Jericho retains the title, that tells me that Hook might be on his way out. But, again, I don't know shit. So, I could be wrong there too. But, I'm going to go with Jericho retaining.
To me, it only makes sense for Jericho to retain, especially with the fact that he just got the title.
Yeah.
And with that knowledge in mind, with Hook possibly leaving, which I have a strong feeling he's not going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I can't explain it. It's a little...
Yeah.
It's a tingling.
Yeah. In the jellies.
In the jellies, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like, yeah, Jericho's going to retain the title.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. We could also be completely wrong, and it'd be somebody else from that, you know, final match on Dynamite.
Right.
That we haven't seen yet. Yes. Content creation at its finest. Recording before the whole pay-per-view card is up to date.
It is what it is.
That's what we do here.
Alright, and up next we have Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW TBS Championship. Shut up.
Yeah. So, they have history together, which makes this very interesting. Mm-hmm. Mercedes Moné was basically shelved, for those of you who don't know. She was shelved in a match. She got injured with Willow Nightingale. I think she like tore her ACL, something like that. But maybe it was an ankle injury. I don't remember. It was just bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. But here we are. I think Mercedes Moné is going to take the title. And this is actually her first match in AEW since debuting at Big Business.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, she's 100%.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be a waste if they didn't have her win the title.
Yeah. I think, well, I mean, okay. Let's break it down for a second. AEW could be big and bold and be like,
I mean, true.
You know?
Very true.
But I definitely see Willow as a transitional champion. I
mean,
think...
Remember when she actually won it last time and, like, we talked about it? I told you, I was like, I feel like she's just not going to have it for that long.
She's a placeholder.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's going to be a lot of good action in the match. And the size disparity between the two is actually what makes the match very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no.
It's hard to really, like, say... to hype this match up other than it's Mercedes Moné's debut match in AEW, and she's gonna win the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really nothing else to say. In my opinion about it, I don't see...
You can't see it going any other way.
I can't. I'm trying to convince myself that this, you know, like AEW could be crazy. Whoa! And like, you know, keep the belt on Willow and, you know, maybe there's some weird interference that happens, but I don't see it going any other way than Mercedes Moné.
We could be completely fucking wrong and just be blown away.
Yeah,
We're like, holy shit, she lost? What?
We'll have to come back here and report on how well we did in
I know,
this video.
right?
Yeah, so I'm going to say Mercedes Moné.
Same here.
And, you know, that's that.
Yeah. Right. And up next, we have the Elite, including Kazuchika Okada, Jack Perry, Matthew Jackson, and Nicholas Jackson.
Their God-given passport names.
Versus Team AEW, which includes Bryan Danielson, Cash Wheeler, Dax Hardwood, and Darby Allin.
I think you said hardwood. It's Harwood.
I did say Hardwood.
His mind's in the gutter. Holy shit.
For an Anarchy in the Arena match.
Yes. Alright. So these matches are always super fun to watch.
I know. And
They're chaotic. They're absolutely action-packed. The spots in these matches are over the top. Over the top. The one thing, and this is just a little complaint here about this match style, is that once they all kind of separate, AEW doesn't do the greatest work when it comes to keeping up with the action.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like they've done this so many times now, but they should institute a 4-way cam split.
Yeah, no,
You know?
I agree.
And your television screen should look like local Halo multiplayer. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
that's my one gripe about it.
Yeah, because I mean, like the last time it happened, I think it was what's his name? The one that looks like fucking Jason Statham.
Oh, Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah, the last time that happened, Claudio was out doing some shit. I think it was with Eddie.
Might have been, yep.
Yeah,
sounds about right.
And like they just kind of like cut it off, and then just Claudio just came back. I was like, "What the fuck happened? I want to know."
Exactly.
I want to know.
Yep. If he really loves me, how will I know? All right. Anyways,
this is a wild lineup, though.
yeah, it is. And unfortunately, Eddie Kingston was actually supposed to be on Team AEW.
Yeah.
Until he got injured at a New Japan pay-per-view. Tore his ACL and meniscus, so he is out until January 2025.
Yeah, if he's lucky.
So Darby Allin is taking his spot. Which, to me, is also kind of bonkers because homie just broke his foot not even like a month and a half ago.
I know.
And now he's already back in action.
His foot's gonna be like wrapped up in duct tape.
You know what? God was like, I'm saving your life. You are not climbing Everest, you absolute nutcase. But we'll put you in Anarchy in the Arena match.
So it's almost as bad, but it's just slightly safer.
Yeah, just slightly. So I think the Elite are probably going to win.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Ah, gosh.
Well, I mean,
Team AEW is stacked too, though.
I know. But it is the Young Bucks. And especially with what's been going on with the Young Bucks, it's kind of hard to say that they're going to lose. But at the same time, it's going to be the most insane, like, Anarchy in the Arena match we've seen so far.
So this is how I see the square-offs going. I think the mini matches within the match are going to go as follows. I think Darby is going to handle business and be fighting Jack Perry. They are essentially the 4 pillars of the next generation for AEW.
Yeah.
There's literally a shirt with them on it, and they are standing in pillars. I think they are going to wrestle each other. I think Bryan Danielson and Kazuchika Okada are going to be going nuts with each other.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this also being Bryan Danielson's last, he's wrapping up his full-time contract with AEW.
Really?
He had promised his daughter that after this contract, he was not going to be full-time anymore.
Well, that just throws in a wrench into the whole thing, too. It's like, well, shit, is he going to end on a win?
Well, this isn't the end. His contract is up later on down the line.
Okay.
I think by Wrestle Dream. But I can see them squaring up and spending time doing that. And then FTR and the Young Bucks. Two of the greatest tag teams going up against each other, but this time in no-holds-barred fashion. My thing is, the Young Bucks always have that one, weapon hidden up their sleeve. Like,
I know.
Like the tack shoes. Or remember with the explosives on the bottom of the shoe?
Oh, I know.
When they freaking super kicked, I think it was Moxley in the face?
Yeah, it was Moxley.
Yeah.
Of course, Moxley would be the one to
crazy bastard.
I know.
I just feel like the Elite are just getting started, though. And I feel like it is too soon for them to get any sort of comeuppance just yet.
Yeah. I don't know, this is a hard one for me because Darby is definitely a wild card. Anytime he's paired up with anybody else. And he makes a major difference. Mm-hmm. As small as that guy is.
It also depends on what kind of condition he is actually in, though, coming into this match.
Very true, but at the same time, I don't think he'd care.
I don't think he'd care either, but his body at one point is going to tell him, no.
Yeah.
We can't do that.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, okay.
Who takes the pin? Alright, are you picking the Elite or Team AEW?
You're putting me in a hard spot, man. I'm all for Darby Allin. That's one thing. But, yeah, I'm not... With everything that's going on with the Young Bucks, I'm going to have to go with the Elite.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be the Elite themselves that are going to be... One of the two are going to do the pin.
You mean the Young Bucks?
I mean, yeah, the Young Bucks, sorry.
Yeah, who do you think is going to take the pin from Team AEW?
Darby.
I'm thinking Dax Harwood.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean Hardwood?
Yeah. No, I think he'd be safe to take a pin in a party match. Darby is a single star. So is Danielson. You could have one of the guys from the tag team, take the pin.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents. But we'll go ahead and wrap it up here with the last match, which will be very, very fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. And up next, we have Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage for the AEW World Championship.
Yeah. So, Father of the Year, Christian Cage, is challenging Swerve Strickland, newly crowned AEW World Champion. So, little backstory here with these two. They've actually had interactions with each other last year at Wembley.
Really?
Yeah. Swerve and Christian tag teamed against Darby Allin and Sting.
I don't remember that.
Remember the casket? Where they were stomping the lid down on Swerve?
I completely forgot about that. That was a fantastic match, too.
Yeah. Yep.
Holy crap, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, there's animosity between each other for the reason alone that they lost, right? And then, if you remember, when Nick Wayne was a protege of Darby Allin, Swerve went to Nick Wayne's gym and beat the ever-living crap out of him and left him in a pool of his own blood.
Wow.
And now Nick Wayne is under the leadership of Christian Cage. So, Christian Cage is out for revenge, not for only himself, but also for his dear son.
His dear Nicholas.
Yeah, so Christian Cage was actually hired, we'll say, by the Young Bucks to take care of Swerve.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be a really good match, but I don't see Swerve losing the title this soon, nor do I see Christian Cage being the AEW World Champ. Christian Cage is at, I would say, the very best of his form I think he's ever been. Anywhere. I'm saying early WWF days to now. I think his work in AEW with this whole, father, gimmick and character, it is just superb. He is so unlikable. And the things he says about people's dead fathers. And can we just say here real quick, what is it with pro wrestlers and their dads being dead?
I don't know.
All of them are dead.
It's what inspires them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, okay. I can agree with you on the fact that Christian Cage does an amazing job at making you hate him.
The shit he says is so bad that it's really funny.
Yeah, I know.
Like, especially if you have a dark side of humor.
Yeah.
A dark sense of humor.
Like, I can give that to him too. I just really fucking hate him.
Yeah.
I really do. You know who he reminds me of? That one lady that's always wearing pink in the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, yeah. From the Ministry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta give that lady props.
Oh, yeah.
She's one of the best actresses for making you hate her.
Yeah.
So much.
You really have to separate the art from the artist when it comes to that lady.
She's not an artist, she's an artiste. Like, she does that role too well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And that's what Christian Cage is in the wrestling world.
Yeah, I would say so. It's pretty close, especially with that fucking turtleneck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
God, I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
But he does so well. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But still, I want him to lose fucking Swerve Strickland. That's my pick. I'm saying it right now.
Yeah, fuck you, Tom Brady! Yeah. Oh, man. I want to see Luchasaurus break free from the whole gimmick. The patriarchy. That's his stable name. I would love to see Luchasaurus leave at some point. I think he's going to run interference but not do well enough, which is going to get him more lashes on his back from Christian.
Which is going to, in turn, push him away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I feel like he's been wasted. I feel like he's been wasted, but it's another topic for another time.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a very violent match, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
From what I understand, Christian is bringing Swerve's daughter ringside to sit and watch her father basically die, and so he can be her father, because he wants to be everyone's father.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely good. That's definitely grounds for Swerve winning.
Right. Well, and to make it more interesting, Swerve doesn't have his Mogul embassy anymore. They turned on him and joined Christian.
Really?
Really.
Except Prince Nana?
Honestly, I think he turned too.
What?
Yeah, I think Swerve is completely alone.
Even more reason for him to win.
Yeah.
Even more reason.
Yeah.
Prove all those pieces of shit.
What would be interesting is if Keith Lee came out to help Swerve. They never got to finish their feud, which makes me extremely angry. And Keith Lee is dealing with what could be career-ending injury. There's been no specifics about it whatsoever. But it would be pretty dope if he's healthy. We hope he is. That he would come out and save Swerve.
Right.
And
yeah, because out of the two of them.
I need closure from their fucking
their feud.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I need closure.
Yeah.
So I'm picking Swerve.
Yeah. No. Same here. Swerve all the way. Even though I personally don't like Swerve. I don't like his character, should I say.
If I'm correct that Nana did turn on him, who's gonna dance and bring Swerve's HP bar back up? Who's gonna do it then?
Swerve himself.
Yeah, no. So anyways, guys, that is our predictions for AEW Double or Nothing 2024. Let us know down in the comments below who you think is going to have the match of the night, and who do you think is going to win and lose. Let us know down in the comments below. Also, guys, check out our channel every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Arizona time for the N Squared Podcast Live, where it's myself and best friend Josh, and we talk about all things video games, pro wrestling, comic books, movies, and more. Once again, that's 6:30 p.m. Arizona time. Check us out. And last but not least, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe, click the like button, and that bell for notifications. That way you know when we always go live or post new videos just like this one here. You can follow me on these social media platforms here. Josh doesn't partake in that. He just goes on to iFunny for the 5 o'clock updates. Did I get the time right? Is it 5?
I have no fucking idea.
I'm pretty sure it's 5. If you know, you know. And then also, too, one last thing. We have a Patreon. So head on over to patreon.com /N2 Podcast, where you can get yourself an exclusive Patreon sticker, producer credits for as little as $3 a month. And for $5 a month, you get the sticker, producer credit, and a topic takeover for every episode of the N2 Podcast. So head on over to Patreon and support us, guys. We really appreciate you guys. And, until we meet again, have a good time and game on.
Deuces.